Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 22 of Direwolf20's FTB Skies Let's Play series. Where today, I think I want to make some pink slime, which I think is now made in here, apparently. Yeah, looks like it. Though I feel like there's more glass pane. Maybe not. No, you're right. A glass pane and 300 millibuckets of pink slime equals pink slime. Easy enough. Now, it also threw some water in there, which I'm not sure if there's a good and clean way to clear out, but I guess we'll see if it becomes a problem or not. Yeah. The reason I wanted this pink slime is I'd like a material stonework factory, if I may. And the reason I want that is I was about to craft something for AE2 and learned very quickly that I was out of silicon. And thought that might be a good thing to get. So, silicon, where am I going to stick you, Material Stonework Factory? That's an exceptional question. I think what I'd like to do is maybe put you... What if I put you here? Now, I'm pretty sure I remember how these things work. I haven't used these in a while because I'm always like, these things are too easy. But I feel like today's the day where I'm going to use the easy one. I don't know. For today's episode, there's a lot of things I need to get to. I've been dancing around doing different new things and playing around with different stuff. Today, I think it's a good time to really focus on making sure that everything's up and running that we need to really start moving. So let's see, I want to get out you, and that should be cool. And this, and on the down, you're going to insert energy card. That sounds cool. And let's get out one of you guys to bind to here. So you should now be charging energy. And what I'd like you to do is that. And if I'm not mistaken, that will get me silicon. Nice. Okay, cool. Neat. Perfect. Awesome. And then I'd like a functional storage drawer, please. Just one of these bad boys. Boop. And then I want you to push to the left. Perfect. That's what I'd like to see. Then lock you up. And then all I need is a storage bus. Next. And we should be cool. You'll notice I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my to-do list. Like, it's a little ridiculous how much I have to do here. Yeah, it just is. It is what it is. And I'm going to just let this thing run. I'm just going to let it run forever because I would like to also... I'm going to make you a high priority so that I can void you, so that when I attach this cable here, which shouldn't be too much of a problem channel-wise, now that if I get my silicon and I pull out and put back in, it should be 11 in there. Perfect. Cool. All right, and then this thing will just sit here happily making silicon forever for me. I can also get some add-ons. Have I taught you add-ons yet? I don't think I have. No, I really haven't and should, especially because I, want to. So how about an add-on speed tier 2, which would be you, and then an add-on efficiency tier 2. I'm not even going to bother with the tier 1s, right? And then we'll see which of these we don't already... Which of these components I don't know how to make. Cool. All right, so if I want a processing, and I want a speed, I want an efficiency. Seems like we're in pretty good shape. Seems cool, as long as we get a few more crafting CPUs, which is also on my to-do. There's just a lot of things that I've been neglecting, right? Like RF generation, storage, processing, machines, tech, all those things. In lieu of playing around with things like pedestals and new ways to do mob farms and resource generation. But really, we need to get the ball rolling on that stuff. Because a big part of this pack is going to be power gen, and so we want to make sure that we're ready to go. So here's my plan for today. I'm going to very quickly progress through Mekanism to the point where I've got pretty much all the Mekanism machines fully automated and ready to go. Okay, and then the next step will be to get my power going. So I want to get that Nether Star generator up and running if I can, because I feel like if I automate the Nether Star production and the generator, it would be really cool. But in order for us to do that, we really need to be ready with tech. So that's what I'm going to start working on real quick. So with that said, and then I also have a compact machine because we need to get into bees. I don't know if that'll happen today necessarily, but the first chapter in Overpowered wants me to get 100 buckets of progressive bees honey. So I need to get bees cooking. And I figured bees, skyblock, dangerous. As you can see by the map, whereas there's just bees all over the place at Y level 0, just floating around down there. Because that's what happens. They fall off the platform and they can't get back up. Because they don't actually fly, they float, and then they go down, and then they're stuck. So, compact machine for bees? Does that sound cool? Probably, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to do some compact machine stuff today, too. So that's the plan. So let's get tech stuff going. So I'm going to rearrange some things all the way over here, and then we'll be good to go for what we want to do. So I think the first thing I'm going to want to do is some flux points. Actually, I have them already. Good. I'm going to take you guys and relocate you, because there's no reason to have this nonsense the way I have it, right? I'm thinking just like right along here would be a good place for these to live. So what if we got our metallurgic infusers? Now, does that one remember? Is this where I want them, or do I want them one forward? I think I want them one forward. Do they remember what they have in them? That's empty, and that's carbon. I'd like carbon to be on the left, because that's usually what I do. And then redstone, right? Yoinks. And then I'd like 2 more metallurgic infusers. 1, 2. So like our standard suite of metallurgic infuser setup, right? And then we'll have our enrichment chamber. And then we'll probably have some kind of mechanism crusher. Does that sound cool? I think so. In order to get that, we're going to need our basic control circuits and whatnot. So let's get things set up the way we want them. Now, can I side config you such that on the back, I'd like you to input and output, but also auto eject. So that if I put my pattern providers here, and I want to make this, as nice and neat as possible. So get me like, 10-ish pattern providers. And then I also made P2Ps, I think. No, I was going to, and that's when I was low on silicon. So let me kick off those as well. Yeah, I was going to make P2P tunnels, and I didn't. So now I should. Because I want to clean up all my cabling and my wiring and start making things actually relatively neat. Would be smart, I think. So there's my pattern provider. Here's a couple P2P tunnels. You're going to chill there. And then how's my power doing? Because my power is actually not great. Oh, it's actually fine. Oh, that's right. I added a 4th mycelial generator. That's why our power is okay. I was really struggling with power with just 3 of these, but a 4th one was enough to get me going. Okay, perfect. So now let's get P2Ps up and running. So I've got my memory card. So let's have a quick reminder primer on P2Ps. And then we're also going to want some more quartz fibers if I can. That would be cool. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So we've got our dense cable here. And let me put away just a few things that I don't necessarily need in my inventory at this moment. Right? So I'm going to remove this dude. Once all the crafting's done. Is my crafting complete? Yeah, you guys are good and happy, so that's cool. So I'm going to remove you, and I'm going to remove probably here. So that we can... Because I always like playing with P2Ps. I think that's a fun kind of way to go. So if I popped a dude here, P2P... Yeah, you're kind of the opposite of where I want you to be. So if I had a cable like this, and then a P2P channel, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you come up there. And then you guys also branched off. Do you need to be like this? I don't think you need to be like this. For now, I can probably consolidate this a little bit. And probably will. Yeah, there's so much organizational and cleanup that we need to do that it's getting a little ridiculous. And if I don't do it now, I'm going to regret it. So at this moment, I think what I'll do is probably have my importer sit here. How about we do that? That we have enough channels to handle, for sure. All right, and then my accelerations, and then you should all be happily importing in once I reconnect this up, right? And then we'll have another P2P here that we can then channel this up. Now, what I'm going to want is you, yep, just like that. And can I make cables at this point? Yes, everything, enough things are hooked up that I can hook up cables. Nice, good, because I need more of those. Now, you're not going to have any power to you, but if I were to do something like this, and then get some of those cables that I'm making. Yeah, I probably don't want you there, do I? You know what I could do? Because I'm going to eventually want this. How about we get our P2P on this guy as well, and we'll get this thing ready. Yeah, I like that plan. Cool. So now you're channeled up, and you're powered up, and you're good. So let's create a dude here, right? And I'm going to do this. Okay. Error, nested P2P tunnel device offline. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that error, but I'm going to do that load and that load, and now you should be cool. Why are you a nested P2P? Oh, because, but I have you connected so that you're not that, I thought. Because you shouldn't be getting anything. So what I could just have is another one of you, maybe? Because I really just want you transmitting power. Error, nested P2P tunnel. What's that all about? Why are you a nested P2P tunnel? That shouldn't be the case. Right? Because you're all quartz fibered, which should only transmit power, not channels. I've never seen that error before. I don't even know what that means. Nested P2P tunnel. Oh, is it because I did... It might be because of these guys being touching the same thing. Yeah, I bet that's it. I bet that's it. Yeah, because you're looping around twice. Yeah, I see what I did. Yep, that is just Dire being a derp. So we don't want... So what I want is a P2P tunnel here. Right? That should be fine. Right. And then load you up. Load you up. Right? And now you guys should be running again, right? If I take the coal out, you'll see it's inserting again. So that means your channels are back up and running. Nice. Okay. And now you're happy, right? So you're good here, 2 outputs, and you're using... So realistically, what I should be doing here is... See, I'm using everything on this line, and I probably shouldn't be, but... All right, so now let's... New device configuration created. Let's start with... We'll do that. And then load this up, right? And now you've got 6 channels out here. And you're using 15 of those. Not terrible. Okay. And then what I'll probably want to do at some point is add another controller here and change this up a little. But for now, this is good enough. Now you, sir, are a little channel heavy, aren't you? Yeah, you're using all 8. And that's mostly just this stuff down here. So for now, I'm going to leave that. But I might split him off. So you're using what, 15? So maybe I'll branch off of here. That would be kind of cool. So what if we did this here and here? Oh, you're missing those things. Okay, yeah, I need to bring them back online so that I can make those again. That'll be good. So we're going to want a dense. We're going to want you connected. I'm just going to use these. Well, maybe I can get away without using them. Because I think I should have the stuff I need. Oh, my disk drive's not connected. I'm like, why won't that fit? Oh, right. Now that makes sense. What I'll do is I'll temporarily connect these like this. Right? And then we shift click to save, load, and load. And then this cable will go over to here for all this automation, right? But now you should be online if I were to set up my Quartz cables correctly. Like that. And now you should be online, and you guys should be back up and running, and then I can put these in here, and then I can ask for 30 more of those. And while that's crafting, probably don't want to mess with it too much, right? It should be pretty quick. I don't think I need this line, so I can switch it out. I'm just going to do that for like appearance's sake. You reach a point where you always want to have smart cables, just because in my opinion, I think they look cooler. Okay, so there's 30 more smart cables. I like seeing the, number of channels in use and all that. Perfect. See, this is the stuff I've been neglecting doing that, like, I really need to go around to doing. So now you, sir, so your carbon, you're going to be redstone, and you're going to be the same. So here, purple and auto eject on, right? You're going to be purple on the back and auto eject on. And finally, same for you. Cool. And then let's start getting ready for some of these. So for example, steel ingots. We need a smelting recipe, which I'll handle in a minute. But then we want the steel dust, which is metallurgic infuser. But remember, I always remove the carbon thing here because I'm going to manually feed that in. Deal? I think so. And then enriched iron, same deal. Ignore the carbon thing. And then while we're at it, we should look at the metallurgic infuser recipes for redstone. So I'm going to want you. I'm going to want you and you. And I'm going to want you. And that should be a good starting point for most things, right? Cool. So then you without the redstone. You without the redstone. Trust me, if I don't get this going, it's gonna be a painful process in the future to just get her up and running. So I want this done now. Okay. Cool. So you're gonna get these two, you're gonna get these two, you're gonna get this one, and you're gonna get this one. Nice. Okay. So now if I came in here and said that I wanted a smeltery, an energized smelter, you should have no problem whipping that up. Oh yeah, and you guys need power, don't you? Yeah, these machines like power, don't they? Hey, it pushed it out the back though, so that's cool. That's what I wanted to see. So there's your smelter, right? So enrichment chamber, we'll have a smelter here. How are we getting on channels there? I'll max it out at 8, just so I know what I can fit, right? And then crusher will be the next thing we make, but that's going to also need power. You know what else I need to do? I need to add this guy to the autocraft as well. And that's just going to be regular crafting, so down here. And maybe we'll get into mechanism piping. I don't know. We'll figure it out. For now, I think we're good to just use... I want to try and see how the flux ducts hold up. Because my understanding is they basically transfer infinite, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not 100% sure. I remember Lemming kind of talking about that might be the way it works. But, you know, we'll see. Are you going to receive power now? Oh, you know what I didn't do? I have this turned off because it was draining too much. But now you should be up and running. Beautiful. Well, that's cool. Well, that's cool. All right. And then how about we get our enriched components auto-crafting as well? Okay, so we're going to want you. Charcoal's fine because we have tons of charcoal. Redstone. Enrichment chamber for diamond. And finally, enriched obsidian, which we'll figure out how to make shortly. That's just going to be one of these dudes, minus this. And then we're going to need a obsidian dust recipe, which will be the enrichment chamber. Cool. So enrichment chamber is here. You're going to be obsidian dust. You're going to be the diamond one. And enrichment chamber will get all these guys. Sweet. So now if I want like 10 of this, that is the wrong-sidedness to it. Purple. And we might as well also do purple with auto-eject and auto-eject. And I'm going to request 10 more, just to make sure that you go to the right spot. Maybe not, because I don't have any more crafters available. Perfect. Now the other thing we're going to want to do is the mechanism upgrades. So let's get these guys ready, and that's where we're going to want the crusher for sure. I didn't do these already, right? I don't think so. Filter, muffling, gas upgrade. I usually want those. That should be cool. I did do those. Speed and energy. I already did those. I had a feeling I did them off camera real quick. Alright, can I get my crusher yet? Do I have a thing in here for it? Not really. My redstone's cool. Let me get 10 more of those just to make sure you're behaving. Yep. Nice. Alright, so then you get these guys, and that should get you cooking. And then my crusher should be good here. Assuming I can get myself a couple buckets of lava. Nice. Quest completed, crusher. And then same-sidedness, boom, 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 output, purple, good. Alright. Speaking of mechanism quests, how am I doing here? Make a crusher, I got random food, purification chamber, chemical injection. Some of these guys would be nice to get. Just for the fact that we want to knock it out. Cool. So if I wanted to get one of you, and one of you, after the crafting CPUs are... I need more crafting CPUs too. But now for my crusher, we can get our upgrades. Right? So energy needs gold. So that'll be a gold ingot. And speed needs osmium. So that'll be an osmium ingot. And then finally gas needs iron. So that'll be an osmium ingot. Is it dark enough that I can sleep now? I've been waiting. I've been waiting so I can get rid of this rain. Okay, so crusher, get the recipes, and good. Sweet. Now, the only other thing we might want is our osmium compressor, right? And that might be, for the most part, all the machines that we need. Now, do you know how to make these guys yet? You don't. So let me make sure that you're ready to go. So I want you to know how to make this and this and this. I told you we very quickly get Mekanism up and running today. And then I should also teach you tier installers. So I think I'm going to get you ready to go as well. Right? These guys are another really nice one to have fully automated. Which, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, we can make literally everything in here. The only thing I haven't done yet is auto-exporting on these 4 guys, right? Which we need to handle, especially going to need to figure out a device channel solution for that. What I'll probably wind up doing is if I attach you here, we should be able to do this, 2, 3, 4, with 4 exporters, 3 crafting cards, in addition to the one I already have. Cool. Four and 4. Nice. And then we configure you for top will be... Is it the yellow? Pretty sure it's the yellow. A right click will get you there, by the way. Cool. And then I just need to probably... No, I don't need a P2P output here. I only need it on the other side. And then that, and you guys should be online now. Sweet. All right, so you're using 20 and you're using 15. Not a bad start, right? I think that looks pretty good to me. Then we want one more of you for our osmium compressor. Did I get that? Nope, because I'm waiting for those other 2 things. That's why. Okay. So let's export you. Enriched. We want you to export that with a crafting card. We want you to be this with a crafting card. We want you to be this with a crafting card. And then we want you to be this with a crafting card. And then the last thing we need to do is probably get myself some more crafting. Yeah, like we definitely need more 4K crafters. With add-ons, maybe even make these 16K crafters. Because we want co-processors. So let's do this. Let's do 16K. Yes, I see you, Angry Enderman. I'm very angry that you exist. Is that why you're called Angry Enderman? Because you make the player angry that you exist? So 16K crafting storage. Let's get these all ready to cook. So you're easy peasy. You're easy peasy. I don't know if you know how to make any of these yet, but you will in a moment. Cool. You need to be that? Yeah, I would prefer you be this one. Yeah, that's fine. Right? And then the only thing we need is a co-processor. And then you guys can all get added over here. And then down here, we get added to our energized smelter, the recipe for steel. Perfect. And you guys all have this, and you're good to go with that. Can I make my osmium compressor now? Yes, I can. And then your side config will be boop. input, output, auto eject on. And on the top, I'm pretty sure I want you to be yellow for osmium going in. Maybe I should move my osmium compressor over here. That would be smart, because I can tap into that line way easier. Right? Why don't I do that? So you here. There it is. That. Osmium compressor, you retained that stuff. So I just need an exporter. Hey. And you get osmium ingots. Right? Boom. And then we can get without you, so that you're good to go. Nice! That makes things much easier. I like it. What do you guys think? Not a bad setup. So here's what I'm going to do. Between episodes, I'm going to craft a bunch of tier upgrades and a bunch of add-ons so that everything can move a lot faster, right? I'll skip that part of, doing things. But for tier upgrades, we're going to want basically like, A to U as soon as crafting CPUs are available, which they're not currently because, reasons. Now, what I will probably also do is remove these two because I don't think they need to exist anymore. I'm going to instead rewire this with a P2P, right? So we have another P2P thing running along the back. Then I'm going to move these out of here. I'll move this away because he really doesn't need to exist at all right here. And then, oh, I didn't mean to fall down there. Dire, please. Then I will put my 4K, which I'll turn into 16K crafting storages over here, and that'll be cool, right? I think that sounds like a plan. Okay. In the meantime, what I think I'll do is just disconnect you so you stop auto-crafting everything. Is that fair? I think that seems fair. Yeah. So once it's done auto-crafting, all our in-progress crafts should be done, and now I can request what I'm going to want. I probably want 8 16Ks, right? So I'm going to want this many. Any reason I can't do that? We're short on Certus Quartz crystals, so that's part of the problem. But I could probably get like 4 of them, maybe? I didn't look at the math. 3? 2? That's enough. Okay. And then coprocessors, I'm going to want 6, I think is usually what I do. Yeah, we're going to need to, you know what else I should do? I should just set up some kind of auto breaker so that these things... I bet I could do that with... I'll do this next episode, but I'm pretty sure Quartz can handle that. And if I'm smart about it, I think it can be cool. So 6 of you, and that'll at least get me some more of these guys cooking. All right, for now, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time, and I will have upgraded all these to like a decent tier level and speed upgrades. And I might do this part on camera after I do the crafting for it, just to get the stuff up and running. For now, take it easy.